Let's take it to a Russian who has sanctions still slapped on both him and his company. Andrey Kostin is chairman and president of Russia's second largest bank, VTB, joining us from Davos. Andrey, you made it. Last time we spoke, the World Economic Forum had disinvited you. What happened?
Liz, first of all, I would like to tell you truly that we very much miss you here in Davos. Believe me, we miss you even more than we miss Mr. Trump here. But Davos, this Davos is maybe quite prominent for those who didn't come. I think it was a little bit misunderstanding or, or maybe too much attention paid to some compliance people. But at the end of the day, I think the solution was found. Okay. And frankly speaking, I'm glad that I'm here back in Davos. That's my 24th Davos, and I like this. I like it, and I think it's quite useful for me and for my partners.
Andrey, with all due respect, let's get to Kirill Dmitriev's main sovereign wealth fund comments. His sovereign wealth fund is not sanctioned, at least not the portion he controls. Let's get the story from you, because it's hard to believe the U.S. sanctions are hurting America more than Russia. You as a sanctioned person and your company, tell me what you think of that comment.
You know, Liz, I think it a different way. I think what hurts more is that we have a relationship between our two great countries worse and worse. And frankly speaking, I don't expect that within the next 10 years these relations can become better. It's for many reasons, but mainly because the old political elite in America is very anti-Russian, and because Mr. Trump, I don't know whether Mr. Trump would like to improve relationship with Russia or not, but even if he does, he is not in a position to do anything in this regard. So I think it hurts the general climate in the world. It hurts the stability. It hurts the disarmament process. As you know, we're now on the verge of the break of a major disarmament agreement between our two countries. So the world is becoming more dangerous, and I think that's bad for both America and Russia. I would not very much agree with Mr. Dmitriev, frankly speaking, but it definitely damaged the Russian economy, but not to such extent as probably somebody hoped. And as you know, the Russian economy is doing relatively well. The VTB Bank is doing quite well. But I prefer not to have sanctions and not to be under sanctions, both personally or as VTB.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty, because when we heard him blurting that out in Davos, we thought, really, it's not really hurting the U.S. that much, at least at the moment. But how have you specifically at VTB Bank adjusted to the sanctions against you?
Well, you know, up till now, there's two major restrictions. It's to borrow money in the West and to sell new stocks. So we have enough liquidity in Russia, and we have enough profit now to increase our capital. So again, we would love to be able to come back to American market or to international markets. We would like to sell more stocks. We would like to continue our privatization, but it's not possible now. So we are working. We are focusing on our business mainly in Russia. So we are focusing on Russia, and we continue to conduct our business.
Right. And you've wanted to continue to do business in the U.S. and open bank branches. You guys are still sanctioned, but 2 weeks ago, the U.S. Treasury Department announced it was going to ease sanctions on Russian oligarch Oleg Deripaska's companies, including his aluminum giant Rusal. What puts Oleg Deripaska in a different category than the rest of you who still have sanctions on you?
No, I don't think it's a different category, but because personally he is under sanctions.
So are you.
It's all about his company. Huh? Yeah, but my business is not under sanctions as Mr. Deripaska. We shall see. I think it would be nice if the sanctions are withdrawn.
The problem may be that you're known in some circles as Vladimir Putin's banker. You know, the Russian state obviously owns a section of VTB, and that may be your problem, Andrey.
You know, that's not a problem. I don't keep Mr. Putin's money, and I think the thing that Mr. Putin has a lot of money very much over-exaggerated in the West. But to be associated with Mr. Putin, I see nothing wrong about this. I am his supporter, and I think he did a lot of good things to the country, and he's our president. So, you know, it's fine. You know, if it's so, let it be.
Let it be. The Beatles said the same thing. Andrey, thank you
this
very
song.
much. We appreciate you coming on
Thank
from
you,
Davos.
Liz. Thank you very much.
And we've got more with Andrey Kostin. Just log on to lizclayman.com for the online exclusive, because we also asked him about black gold, obviously oil, and how Russia's biggest moneymaker is driving the Russian economy at cheaper prices like what we have right now.